Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Citations to you Akim out there pushing this truth for sincerity and fearlessness, and to you few Akwaf that's in obedience. And that means you few Akwaf that's in obedience. All right, back at you with another lesson for the hopefulness edifying to the elect. All right, and this is going into Hurricane Helene, and it's happening. This is another sign from the Lord. I'll let you watch this video, and then we'll go into the precepts, give you a better understanding through the precepts and through what's going on with prophecy. All right? Hopefully it's edifying.
Our team coverage turns down to Local 10's Christina Vasquez.
She joins us live from Fort Myers Beach, where the winds are really picking up there right now. Christina.
Wind gusts here are expected to reach up to 50, 60 miles per hour, and it's definitely a hold on to your hat moment. In fact, if you take a look, you can see how that wind is just churning up what looks like an angry, choppy sea. And I gotta tell you, in just the last 20 minutes, and I'm gonna have my photojournalist Tim walk into this with you. I'm right behind him just to show you what we've been witnessing in real time. Everything you are looking at, this water that is surging onto a terrain that's already storm wounded here in Fort Myers Beach. Remember this area pummeled by Ian. Take a look as you are looking live at that storm surge. So again, within the last 20-30 minutes, when we first arrived here, what you were looking at live was not here. We have been watching it creep into this area. We came up along the coastline. We also stopped into an area called Bonita Beach, and I gotta tell you, everywhere we have been, we have just heard a lot of folks as they are preparing and watching and wonder and awe at this approaching storm that's expected to skirt along the coastline here and create impacts of wind and surface flooding. They are haunted by what they saw and experienced back during Hurricane Ian, which hit nearly 2 years ago, almost to the day this month. So let's listen in together. You're going to hear from some tourists from Germany. Come to find out, they were here in September of 2022. So they actually lived through that storm, and they were just sitting. We found them at a little touristy restaurant surrounded by sandbags, just sitting on a bench, and they just couldn't believe that they happened to be visiting Florida again as the storm is approaching. Then you're going to hear from a teenager who lives in the area, and then you're going to hear from a man that we met that's from here, Fort Myers Beach. So let's go ahead and listen in together.
Just remembering Ian 2 years ago when it started the same way.
We hope that we now will not have these catastrophe as in 2022.
Well, the worry about if the plan is gonna shift again, and if it's gonna come for Fort Myers again.
A lot of pain, a lot of hurt. My wife knows people that passed away from the storm surge. You can tell Fort Myers Beach is never going to be the same.
And we heard a lot of that too since we've been on the ground here, and that's I think why I'm using the word haunted. It definitely seems like, folks have some post-traumatic stress from what they experienced and saw here. I am new to this area myself, so I asked a lot of locals, had I been here before Ian, what would this area have looked like? And they said, for instance, those buildings across the way, you would have never even been able to see those buildings from where I'm joining you live. They explained because this area had so many restaurants and ice cream shops, and it was vibrant and full of life. And of course, Tim, to your left there, if you want to show them, the pier there, the bones of that structure, it's really like a relic now. It was an iconic fishing pier, and it was really the showstopper in this community. And so you're looking at it live being battered by those wind-driven waves from Hurricane Helene, and what you're looking at is almost an artifact, right, of that horrible, deadly storm that this community, in so many ways, I am learning since I've been out here, are still trying to recover from, not just in terms of things like property, of course, rebuilding homes and businesses, but in so many ways emotionally. Back to you guys.
Christina, we can hear the strong wind and see those waves, the water rising. I mean, we see what you're going through right now. We also see a few other people out there as well. We saw some people in your video, too,
Yes.
those girls swimming. I mean, not the best idea. Have you seen authorities out there, police, maybe warning people to get away? Or what are you noticing? Hopefully not a lot of people are out there.
Yeah, so we have not seen anyone pulling them out of the water or telling them not to play in the surf. I did, and you will appreciate this, you're a mother like me, so I did approach those teen girls and ask them a little bit about, they were locals, and they said, look, we're just trying to play in the surf. We know it's dangerous. We're not going to go in really deep, but we just wanted to experience it. And we see this from time to time, right? You have those that are curiosity seeker, you have those that are adrenaline seeking storm chasers, and then sometimes you have folks that maybe underestimate the power of nature, even though we've seen the deadly impacts that a movement of water can have, that force of water.
Not underestimate the power of the Lord. She said nature. They underestimate the power of the Lord.
And wind, we know the dangers of that. And the teenagers, I got to tell you, said, we just wanted to play in the surf a little bit, and then we're leaving, of course, schools out.
But yeah, the condition that's going on, definitely underestimating the power of the Lord. And the Lord is definitely doing what prophecy's doing, and they don't really understand it. And hey, to hell with them. Go to these precepts. It's haunting. These things, it's a whirlwind. This is judgment from the Lord. It's all prophecy. Let me see. Bear with me. KJV, boom, Isaiah. All right. So I'm going to go to Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder, with earthquakes. It's a lot of earthquakes been happening too, and thunder, all this great noise, with storm and tempest, and a flame of devouring fire. All right. And that's what's going to happen when the Lord comes and stuff like that. But the Lord comes, the Lord and the tornadoes and stuff like that happen when that's the Lord, man. Even if they claim that that's the harp, stuff like that, the Lord is in control of that. All right. The Lord is in control. The tempests, those winds, man, those extremely fast winds. All right, let me go to the NLT. And the Lord of heaven's armies, because it's the chariots. I remember seeing a video, and they seen on the outskirts of those hurricanes, they were little dots, man. There were chariots in the center of those things. Those chariots, man, are creating things like, it calls the harp and stuff like that, but it's ultimately the Lord. And the Lord of heaven's armies will act for you with thunder and earthquakes and great noise, with whirlwinds and storm and consuming fire. All right. Whirlwinds. That's what those hurricanes, that's a whirlwind, and it just shakes everybody and terrorizes everybody. And that's the Lord. The Lord brings that terror. The Lord is bringing that terror among these people out here. The Lord is bringing it. He is bringing it. And people are underestimating it. And that's okay, because they're gonna they're gonna meet their demise. 23. But as you say, they're in terror. Majority ain't underestimating that. They is in terror. Let's go to Jeremiah 23:19. And this is an NLT. Look, the Lord's anger bursts out like a storm, a whirlwind that swirls down on the heads of the wicked, a whirlwind that swirls down on the heads of the wicked. And this world is wicked. This is Sodom and Egypt, this Sodom and Gomorrah back again, man. And these hurricanes, these abnormal, or not abnormal hurricanes, but they're just happening, through prophecy, and it's happening out of nowhere to these people. And we know why it's happening, but it's happening and it's hitting them, unexpectedly, suddenly. Let's go to the KJV. Well, there we go. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fury fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. All right, and that's what these things are for. Storms and stuff like that. When they wipe out a whole town, man, the Lord did that. It was the Lord. Yes, sir. The Lord will be doing all that, man. Jeremiah 30 and 23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, a continuing whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. All right? And the Lord's coming with that stuff. And when the times to come, we return, it's going to be, the Hurricane Helene, whatever, they ain't got nothing on what's coming, man. The terrors that come. You see, the people said they were hunted. The Lord comes with a hunted power. It's a fear, a fury, a wrathful power, scaring these wicked. Jeremiah 30 and 23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, a continuing whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. And that's what we see on the news. That's a prophecy, man. If that don't bring faith, pray for more then. Pray for it, because the Lord is here. The Lord is showing, the right prophecies is showing, With that, hope it's edifying to your elect. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachak Wadash, double honors to that was a great millstone. Shalom.